In the beginning, there was one land, one cradle of life, the vast and ancient continent of Africa. From its golden savannas, the deep forests, the shimmering lakes and mighty rivers, a story began. A story of one species that dared to roam, that dared to leave. This is the saga of Homo sapiens, how we rose, how we ventured out of Africa, and how we came to be the last human species standing. Imagine a world approximately 300,000 years ago. In the heart of Africa, our species, Homo sapiens, emerges. Through the rift valleys and across ancient lakes, our ancestors honed their instincts. They craft tools, they make fire, they learn to survive. For tens of thousands of years, most of them remain within the borders of that great continent. Africa offered everything: food, shelter, diversity of landscapes, and the rhythms of life they understood. But the world is changing. The climate shifts, rains falter, deserts creep. Our ancestors face a question: stay or step into the unknown? Then came a moment, or rather many moments, when the conditions aligned. The land bridge between Africa and Eurasia became passable. Lakes bloomed in deserts. Green corridors opened across regions previously dry and harsh. Small groups of hunter-gatherers gathered their courage and stepped out. They carried little with them: spears, stone tools, fire, hope. Step by step, they entered unfamiliar terrain. They faced new beasts, new plants, new climates. From Africa to the Middle East, from the Arabian coast northwards, the journey begins. It is tempting to think of this as a single migration, one departure, one path, one outcome. But the truth is more intricate.
Dig here.
Genetic
root.
studies
Good.
reveal
We
there were
eat.
many waves. Some early ventures left Africa but faded. Others pushed further and became the ancestors of the billions who walk this earth today. One major wave, around 60 to 70,000 years ago, proved decisive. These pioneers spread out across Asia, Europe, Australia, each group adapting, surviving, thriving. They faced cold winters, desert winds, towering forests, and open plains. Their tools evolved, their culture deepened, their humanity sharpened. And then on distant landscapes, they met other humans, not just themselves. There were the Neanderthals in Europe and Western Asia, the Denisovans in Siberia and beyond. Our ancestors interbred with them. Small traces of those ancient meetings still live in our DNA. Some of those other species vanished. Their stories ended, while ours went on. Why did Homo sapiens succeed where others did not? Because of adaptability, because of flexibility, because we stretched into new ecological niches, into deserts, forests, mountains. We didn't just move, we changed, we learned, we survived. From our African cradle, we moved southwards into the peninsula of Arabia, eastwards along the coastlines of Asia, north and west into the cold of Europe, eventually to islands and continents far beyond. By 40,000 years ago, Homo sapiens was in Europe. By 50 to 45,000 years ago, the expansion into Asia was well underway. With every step, the human story became richer. Art appeared.
Sweet berry.
Tools became sophisticated. Social bonds
Sweet.
deepened. The world was no longer just a place to survive in. It became a place to shape. But with our spread came the fading of others. The
Quiet.
Neanderthals,
They are
once
close.
masters of Europe's cold
Wait for my
forests. The Denisovans, whose traces linger in our genes, but left no
The
lasting
expansion of Homo
civilization.
sapiens across Eurasia
Why did Homo
directly correlates
sapiens
with the decline of
succeed where
Neanderthal
others did
territories.
not? Because of adaptability, because of flexibility, because we stretched into new ecological niches, into deserts, forests, mountains. We didn't just move, we changed, we learned, we survived.
We grind it until
Pause
the
for a
point is
moment
smooth.
and reflect.
It must be strong for the hunt.
Every person alive
Keep
today
moving. There it is.
carries within them the
Surround it.
echoes
Don't
of
let it
that
escape.
journey. The step out of Africa, the crossing of deserts, mountains, seas, the story of survival, of innovation, of connection. We are the descendants of brave explorers who looked beyond what they knew and reached for what was possible.
Push that log closer to the
And
water.
in doing
Steady
so,
now.
we
We must leave
rewrote
before the sun
story
sets.
of humanity. This journey matters, not just because it is ancient history, but because it speaks to our present. In a world of rapid change, we are reminded that our strength lies in adaptation, in connection, in understanding our place. Africa remains our birthplace, our root, no matter where we are. Our diversity, our DNA, our shared journey unites us across time.